just been making sandwiches, so today I'm making an egg sandwich, and actually I like to use these little round tools here to make my eggs little perfect circles. It is very satisfying to have perfectly shaped sunny side up eggs. This past weekend, Drew and I went to a farmer's market and we got fresh vegetables. We got tomato, cucumber, watermelon, and fresh mozzarella. So we've been making lots of yummy food. It is a bit pricey though, so we don't get our full weeks of groceries from the farmer's market. Although that would be a life goal, to one day be comfy enough to buy your entire week's groceries from the farmer's market. Yeah, it's been a relatively busy work day, although today's going a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday I was having a really tough day at work. It was just Monday and it was hard to kick myself into gear. Speaking of that, I'm really struggling with getting my routine back on track. Normally I have a really good morning routine. I get up early, I love my mornings, but now this is the first time I am living with a significant other, and his morning starts a lot later than mine, so it's been really hard to get out of bed when my alarm clock goes off when he's sleeping next to me. I think it'd be fine once I get used to waking up early, but trying to kick into gear when that alarm clock goes off in the morning, it's so easy just to close your eyes for a few seconds, especially when someone is peacefully at sleep right next to you, taunting you to go back to sleep. I just spent my morning working with IT to figure out this problem I'm having, so that's been a good start. Emphasis on the sarcasm around good, but hopefully we get to working on some projects today. A brief overview of my day. I have a quite big to-do list. There are a lot of things that just need to be done now. That's like the stressful thing about work. I feel like when it gets busy, everything just needs to be done now. Deadlines aren't as clear, they aren't as consistent as they were in college. But I've had my bullet journal here and I've written down my top 3 priorities for the day. So I'm going to start chugging through those and hopefully we're going to get a good amount done today. On these days where work is kind of tough, I try to remind myself, instead of saying that I have to work, that I get to go to work because I am truly blessed with the job that I have. And of course, every job has its tougher days, and this has just been one of those tougher weeks. So really telling myself I get to go to work. Also, hopefully the background isn't too loud. I recently broke my mic and I've been trying to fix it. Update on the morning routine progress. My goal is really to start work at 8 a.m. So that would require me to get out of bed around 7:30 a.m. the latest, because I do like to get ready in the morning and I do like to do something in my morning routine, whether it being taking a walk outside and listening to a podcast, doing yoga flow, journaling, reading, something of that sort. I haven't really decided which one I'm going to incorporate. The ultimate goal at the end is to get out of bed between 7 and 7:30 a.m. Also, definitely not the healthiest breakfast, but I've been loving cereal lately. Just some plain cereal and adding some frozen berries into it has been a good, refreshing breakfast during the summer weather. But for now, I have my coffee and my cereal. It's good. I was really considering incorporating getting coffee every single morning into my budget, just as a way to get out, to walk, and I was justifying it because I was supporting small businesses, which I'm still not against the idea because it sounds good to me, but it also would definitely take a chunk of my money out, so I don't know. But I was watching Damon on YouTube's video about what I spent in a week in his life, and I really liked his perspective. I feel like everyone else has a perspective that you need to save a lot of money, cut out that coffee, you can make coffee at home, which is true, and saving is good. Then Damon had a really fresh perspective. He basically said money isn't really real, especially now that we don't really use cash. You don't even touch it. It's just a number in your bank account and you swipe a plastic card and that number goes down. It's all just a game, which I really like that because I think I get a little stressed around money, and I do take a lot of measures to manage it, but also just viewing it like a game really takes a lot of pressure off of it. So remember, it's just a game. Honestly, life is just a game. Who knows any of this is real? While I enjoy my coffee and cereal, I'm gonna have a little chat with you about what I'm up to today, especially for my engineers out there who are interested in what a day in the life of a hardware manufacturing engineer is like. Today, my top 3 tasks is 1, to get an engineering change request through. So we do these whenever we have to change something about a specific piece of hardware build. For example, this one specifically, we are changing something in the bill of materials, the BOM. I need to validate the part that we are replacing it with, check in with the current bills to see what part they are using right now, and then file this request and get it approved on our change board. Next, I need to review some documentation sent in from a supplier about recent builds they've had on a certain piece of hardware. Our manufacturer sent in some specs and data about our recent builds. When you review that, make sure everything looks good, review the hardware, make sure there are no problems. Also do a little bit of problem solving if there are problems. And then task number 3 is to do a virtual first article inspection, which we do this online now. Normally it's in person, but we are reviewing the first article built at a certain supplier to make sure it's up to par, correct any issues, make any changes before it goes off into full production. Okay, this is kind of a weird clip, but this is one of my favorite activities to do when I'm taking a break from work. Especially when I've been sitting around a lot, I get so many cracks out of my back. I also read this hack somewhere to wear shoes while you are working from home, so it puts you in the work mode and less of an at-home comfortable mode. So I've been thinking about buying a new pair of shoes just to wear around at home, but I just don't know if it's worth the money, although I'm kind of in the market for a new pair of sneakers. I just can't quite justify the need yet because I just bought a longboard. I really need to do a what I spend in a week. Okay, I got some packages, 2 packages to be specific, so I figured I'd unpack it on camera, see what I got. I think I know what one of them is, and I don't know what the other thing is. Recently I made a few purchases on Amazon, mostly sports, outdoor, exercise equipment things, so let's see if this is one of them. Ah, yes, okay. Not sports equipment, but I got this ring light so I can make TikToks and take photos on it. Okay, this is the one where I don't know what it is. Let's see. It feels like a shirt. Ah, okay, yes, it is a shirt. This is my hackathon t-shirt I got from Microsoft. So, if you don't follow me on Instagram, was it last week? Yeah, last week I participated in a hackathon at Microsoft, which is basically you get 3 days to come up with a team and build something. We scrapped together a prototype in 3 days. That was very scrappy. But basically, you also get a fun t-shirt. They shipped it with, we also got stickers! Okay, that's fun, I like stickers. These are the stickers we got with the hackathon.
Hi friends, a minute practice that you can do when you get up out of bed and just really want to warm up the body.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm just making my morning coffee. It's a little work, and then I'm taking a break. It's around 9:47, and I have a meeting at 10, so doing a quick coffee session. But Julian and I bought this hazelnut syrup from the grocery store because Julian loves hazelnut iced lattes, and I like them too, but I normally don't order them from the coffee shop too often. But we decided to get the syrup ourselves to see if we can make it. I've always wanted to learn coffee making, but never got around to it. So we're going to start off small. We're going to start off putting about a teaspoon of it in. Okay, I'm going to put 1 teaspoon into Julian's coffee. Mix it with this foamer. We're going to add in the almond milk as well. I mean, it's pretty good. Maybe I didn't put enough hazelnut because I don't really get the hazelnut flavor, but There's definitely a sweet flavor. I gotta be honest, I'm pretty bad about doing the dishes. So right now, I'm trying my best to clean all the pots and pans and dishes right after I'm cooking and before I'm eating, because honestly, it's just so much easier to clean when the food on it hasn't been stuck on there for a little while. So if you're bad at dishes like me, here's your reminder to clean your dishes. Probably shouldn't announce this, but I'm doing some admin work. So I'm also playing a YouTube video on one of my monitors in the background. And it's Damon's new video, Damon Dominique. If you don't know who he is on YouTube, you need to go follow him. He is one of my favorite YouTubers of all friggin' time. I literally get so excited whenever I see him upload. He literally emits this energy even through the screen that he's such a free spirit. He says what he wants. He is who he wants to be. His spirit seems so free. And that's what I want to be like. So yeah, I'm watching his videos. He just posted a video of 6+ books that woke my bleep up. So you should go check out his channel. He's a pretty big YouTuber. He has 224k subscribers. So yeah, he's pretty significant.
But I always love for both of them today.
We're going to Chipotle to grab some dinner. I got pulled in to do a little bit more work, but we had a wine tasting with Julian's company, which was kind of fun. They shipped him wine, and then they had the wine company explain the wine, and we tasted it. And then Julian and I had a little too much because we're both lightweight. Thank you. I think we're having dinner at the dog park, and someone brought a motorized turkey robot. So this is prime dinner entertainment.
Did you get guac?
Yeah. We went to Westman's Bagels and Coffee this morning. We originally wanted to go to Bakery Nouvelle, which is I think still the best bakery in all of Capitol Hill, but the line was too long, so we went to Westman's instead, which they still had a line. But we've actually never had Westman's bagel sandwiches. Julian got the bacon, egg, and cheese. I got the bacon, egg, and cheese, but I added the left coast edition, which is adding tomato, lettuce, and spicy mayo. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a close-up here.
That person is watering their plants, but it just rained. Do they need that much water?
Maybe that's why my plants are dying.
They're also inside.
No, I'm feeling like I'm not watering them enough.
No idea what you said.
In a blog post on Robinhood's
We
website.
decided to do a spontaneous day trip from Seattle. We're going to Bainbridge Island. I'm going to take a ferry to go there. So right now we are parked in the ferry port waiting in line to get on the ferry. So it's going to be very exciting. But we're here way ahead of time because the ferry fills up pretty fast. We have about an hour more before the ferry gets here. And we've been talking about stocks, been watching videos about Robinhood kind of thing, and thought we'd have a conversation on camera. We both use Robinhood to invest, and Robinhood is relatively new, and we're talking about the pros and cons of Robinhood and our individual strategies, which I learned most of my stock and investing stuff from Julian, so I think our investing strategies are pretty similar.
You have great investing strategies.
I think we both have more conservative strategies. Mine is very conservative. What would you say yours is conservative?
I think it was more conservative, but I've realized that it'll just take so much longer to make money if you're conservative right now.
So are you taking a more risky?
Yeah, because like we're young.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I feel like, what you're supposed to do is be a little bit more risky.
Yeah, for me, I'm very conservative. I get really stressed around money and don't want to feel like I'm out of control, which might be a loss because of what Julian's saying. But what I normally do is I invest in index funds. Those are pretty safe. And Julian got me really into dividends, so buying stocks with high dividends that give you a payout every month or so. Is it every month?
Usually every quarter.
Every quarter. And I invest in a few miscellaneous companies like Zoom and Peloton, which those have actually grown a lot because I knew those were going to be companies that would do well during quarantine, during COVID time. So I have a very high return on those stocks. But other than that, that's basically all of my portfolio. I invest heavily in the tech industry too. and of course in Microsoft because I work there, and through Microsoft stock plan you can buy the stocks at a discount. What does your strategy look like?
It used to be fully dividend, but now I'm going more into Peloton, Zoom, and like techie companies just because they're doing so well.
Yeah, but yeah, Robinhood's really cool because it doesn't cost any money to sell and buy stocks, but the critiques around that is that it makes stock trading way too convenient. We were watching this video and one of the critics said it's like handing a 12-year-old keys to a sports car, which I think that's fair. Like, that's a fair critique. So maybe they should put an age limit on it, more educational resources, or limits on how much you can buy or share. Well, I think everything's pretty safe as long as you're not doing options or day trading kind of thing, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we don't really mess with day trading or options. Have you ever tried day trading?
Yeah, but my day trading was like buying one share of like a penny stock and then selling it a couple minutes later and making like 2 cents.
Oh, I remember that. That was in college, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was obsessed with that.
You were watching it all the time. I was trying to study next to you, and then every 10 minutes you're like, oh, it's going up, it's going down.
I think overall I lost 11 cents, and I decided it wasn't for me.
So what would you say to someone who's against the stock market, is not into stock investing? Because the other argument to not invest in the stock market is that you should really be investing yourself, like using that money on classes and developing yourself. Is that right? Yeah.
Well, I think there's that, and then there's like the more invest in like businesses around you that you know. So
how do you invest in businesses around you?
I don't know that part. I feel like that part is a lot harder to get into. Like, how do you invest in like a restaurant nearby? I have no idea. And then there's the other thing where it's like real estate, like actually buying places or like and fixing them up and selling them, or just buying it to then rent out. So I feel like those are the only two other things that you could do, but maybe not. Let us know in the comments below. If you want to sign up for Robinhood, check in the link. Check in
the description box.
Okay, yeah. No, in the description, because you can put your link and get a free stock when someone signs up, and they get a free stock. So you should talk about that.
Wait, invite friends. Okay, I'm gonna put a invite link in my description box. So if you sign up, you get a free stock, and I also get a free stock.
This is if you don't have a Robinhood yet.
Yeah.
And you're interested in getting into investing. Check out the link in the description below.
Bainbridge Island is such a cute small town. We were in the downtown area, the shops. We got pastry and walked around the shops a little bit. And now we're walking along the waterfront trail and took a little break. Moved our legs playing frisbee and football. And I think now we're gonna go explore some other areas before we go to the seafood restaurant for dinner.
Okay, Sully's Bistro and Bar.
Where is it on the map? You can zoom out a bit.
Over here.
Wow! Oh my gosh! Good morning! It is Sunday morning and we have a few things on our to-do list today. First, we're going to the skate shop because we want to get longboards. I actually ordered a longboard and I got it from Amazon. It's on the ground below me because I hopped on it and it broke immediately. Fortunately, the return process was very easy. I just went on Amazon.com, filled out a form, and I have to ship it back and I'll get Amazon credit back. We also need to go to the grocery store to get some dirt because I need to repot my plants. They've decided to die on me. And then later today we have a dog arriving because if you don't know, I dog sit on Rover as a fun little side hustle. It was really easy to sign up for Rover, so if you're interested in that, I highly recommend signing up. I'll have my referral link down below. Not sure what you get with it, but I saw it on the app. I'll look more into it. And I'll have the information included in the description box. And also, Jill and I are going to go on a long walk with the dog, hopefully go to Ferry Park, which is a great viewpoint of Seattle. Are you excited to go to the skate shop?
Yeah!
Woo! Both just bought longboards, which is a little crazy. We bought it from Motion Boards in University District. They were a little pricey, definitely more pricey than Amazon prices, but I guess it's supporting a local business.
They're probably nicer.
Yeah, they're probably nicer quality too. They were about 160 each, so we're gonna go to the park and try them out. We got our longboards and we're about to try them out in the park, but I'm not gonna take my camera with me because I don't wanna fall on the camera. How do you feel about the purchase so far?
Nervous because I didn't want a longboard until pretty much yesterday or 2 days ago.
Oh.
So
I've been wanting one for a long time, but it'll be fun. It's very similar to surfing. Julian loves surfing, so I think that's a good indication. Show the designs that we got.
oh yeah.
So this is the one I got. It is, what's it called, the cruiser shape?
I don't know.
I think this is a cruiser one. There was 3 shapes that we were looking at. And basically, it's not the most stable shape, but it's good for making quick turns around people, so we thought that was important for the city. And it is a middle ground for stability. But I got this little wave, water, ice, sun. It's giving me Avatar vibes on the bottom of this board. This is Julian's surfboard. I'm sharing for him. He also has the cruiser shape, but his is a little bit more pointed at the top. They're basically the same thing though, but his has a cool wood finish on the top.
And on the back, that could be me surfing sometime soon.
Ooh, a little crazy, but that's okay. Oh my gosh, Millie is here. It's Millie. Hi, baby. Hi.
Whoa. Hello, Millie. Come over here. Oh yeah.
We're dog sitting Millie for the next 8 to 9 days. We've set up her bed here, set up her food and water over there. We have all her toys put in this bucket over here, so she feels just at home. One of the best things you can do for a dog that is at someone else's home, getting used to a new environment, is to give them something that has their scent on it, or their owner's scent. So we've been playing around with her with her toy, and also her owner brought this towel, so I'm going to leave it here for a little bit so she can pick up the scent. On that note, we also got some new plants today. Well, one new plant. I picked this up from the grocery store and it's beautiful. It has such long vines. And I also got some dirt to repot my basil because sadly the leaves are starting to get a little droopy. But I repotted the basil, so hopefully that will start coming back to life.
Young age, trying to make a bit. Now that I'm up, they all on my dick. No contract, just never thrown a brick. Just trying to keep it cool like this ice on my wrist. God-given talent, been feeling blessed. Kept it 100 like an Asian's math test. Balling all